We're live. Welcome.
Abemus podcast.
The what?
Like Abemus Popum. Yeah, we have a pope. Abemus podcast. We have a podcast, baby.
That's right.
We're doing
That's
it
right.
in Latin
This
today.
is our first podcast since the draft ended.
We're doing it in all Latin.
All Latin.
I don't know any Latin.
Me neither. Hey, I know Latin root words. I know Latin roots.
Nice. Hey, we got a new pope. I just want to talk about that for a bit. Welcome to the West Coast.
You know what?
West Coast Pope Pod. As the resident Catholic.
West Coast Pope.
As the resident Catholic, I'll talk about it for a little bit because just the process of new popes, I think even non-Catholics can find that quite interesting. I think I'm a lapsed Catholic, and I find it quite riveting. Personally.
I love the Cardinals pick is in. I think that
great. Okay.
That meme is great.
The memes today were incredible. So I'm driving to work and I get out of my car and look at my phone and like it's been like a minute and like I got like CNN, New York Times, whatever, every single news app I have alert white smoke. So I get to my computer in the office, get on the Vatican live stream, and you gotta wait like a freaking hour until the guy even goes out there to say we have a pope, and they say in Latin the name of the guy. So I'm like trying to parse the Latin. I hear Robert. I'm like, and there's this arch conservative African cardinal, Robert Sarah, who would be very bad. And I was like, oh no, please not this guy, because he was one of the guys that names popped up. The front runners were Pietro Parolin, the Cardinal Secretary of State insider, Jorge or Luis whatever Tagle, Filipino guy, Pizza Bala, I know, hilarious name.
Pizza Bala, great last name, great name.
And Roberto Francisco, I forget his freaking last name, some weird ass last name. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? And he was on the paper bill list, but like super far down. And it turns out we had an American Pope. And for those who aren't Catholic, this is an insanely big deal. It had long been said, it became an adage that there will never be an American Pope. Because having the Pope be from a superpower isn't, the best thing to happen, right? They want the independence of the Vatican, right? So I was just shocked. I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a American Pope. So that was the first big shock, right? And one thing that's really big, a way a Pope gives a big signal for his papacy. The very first thing he does is taking his name. He took the name Leo the 14th. That's an interesting one, because what everyone was wondering is, there's some factions in the Catholic Church right now, right? You got the liberals and the conservatives, right? So let's say the new Pope took Francis II. That's a big signal. Benedict the 17th, big signal. John Paul III, big signal, right? Goes in a totally different direction. Leo the 14th, and Leo the 13th was very much social justice, industrial revolution, labor union guy, uplifting the poor, saving them from the horrors of the industrial revolution. So that's a tell right there. He's a Augustinian. That's an order in the Catholic Church, very intellectual order. Catholic churches have orders. I don't know if those folks know. Oh, I think you gotta add it. Are you trying to add that?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I was trying to get your Twitter feed up here because
it's been all memes. It's been all memes. That's very academic guy. Very academic. He's very much an unknown, but not in the way Francis was, right? So when you look at the last several popes, right, there's been a pretty clear vision of why they were elected. Why the Holy Spirit elected them, right? Not the cardinals. The Holy Spirit chooses, right? So John Paul II, underground priest during the Iron Curtain, was instrumental for the fall of communism in the Eastern Bloc. Benedict XVI, really just kind of consolidate, very, very, very conservative, but very, very good on, very wise on, what's the word I'm looking for? Just um, the dog. I don't know if that's the right word, but very, very, very incredibly smart guy. So he's kind of just consolidating some of the stuff under John Paul II, because John Paul II was conservative. Well, what happens in the early 2000s, right? The big scandal about sexual abuse. Francis, very unorthodox guy, really saves the image of the Catholic Church by being very, he's a Jesuit, very with the poor, very different image, right? When he was first elected, he goes out onto the balcony not wearing the stole, right? That meant something. Francis, first ever pope named Francis, that meant something. The poor really changed the image of the Catholic Church in a way that if it wasn't Francis, we'd be in a much different spot right now, right? I think that they made the choice to actually elect an American Pope to give a different American a big global spotlight, when there's an American right now that, believe, you can have your own opinions on this, but is some people don't think, he is not the vision that the Catholic Church would like of the global superpower to have, right? The Catholic Church does stand against mostly a lot of the stuff that Trump is and what he does. That's just a fact. So I think that was part of it. But another big part of him, and you could hear it in his blessing to this crowd at St. Peter's Square, was bridging the divides, right? So he was born in Chicago, spends most of his priest career in Peru. Bridge between the two worlds, right? Bridge between the liberals and conservatives. He is, moderate, I'd say, probably lean liberal. Like, people are bringing up the stuff he said about LGBT people in 2012, but like Pope Francis said stuff in the 2000s. So I don't think you can really take that for what it is right now. It's very much wait and see with him, but he is very much, though, he is very much a continuation of Francis, especially in the pastoral sense of it, right? With the poor in rural Peru. He was the guy who was elevating bishops under Francis in his later years, very close to Francis. And it was totally unrealistic to think there would be a move away from Francis, because so many of the College of Cardinals were appointed by Francis. They share his vision. And I think it's a vision that the church does like. So this is a continuation of Francis. However, I think one, Leo is way less of a wild card. Francis was unpredictable at times, and that irritated the Vatican a little bit. The Curia as well. Two, very well connected in the Curia with his positions there and appointing bishops. It's so hilarious that the first that a pope from Chicago is like basically doing patronage. Hilarious. And you could see it in what he walked out in. He was wearing the stole. He allowed people to kiss the ring. That's something Francis didn't love doing. Kissing the fisherman's ring, right? The Pope wears a ring, people usually kiss it. That's where the term "kiss the ring" comes from. So I think he has more of a sense of history that definitely, and kind of those traditional parts of what it means to be Pope. I think he's more in tune with that than Francis was. And that is just, honestly, in my opinion, is just aesthetics and an appreciation for history. And it shows because he is an Augustinian. That's why. So there's a lot of wait and see stuff, but the signals I say are very much continuation of Francis. Incredibly smart and qualified. There's a fiscal situation in the Vatican. He was basically the Pope of the Augustinians. So he's experienced. He's smart. I think he's going to be a very good Pope. I'm excited to see what he does. And wow, I can't believe we actually have an American. I cannot believe it. So yeah. So if you look at that picture, right, Francis wasn't wearing anything except the white when he was on the balcony when he got elected. That meant something, and this means something. But a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's a drag cast." No, it's not. It's a continuation of Francis. Why would the guy who was appointing the bishops under Francis not be a continuation of Francis? Let's be real here, folks.
Right.
But incredibly smart guy. But just the memes, someone found a picture of him at a White Sox game during the World Series in 2005. Hilarious.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one.
There it is.
This one.
Well, read the caption. Read the caption of the Luther picture.
Oh, this one, yeah. Italian Catholics after the Pope introduced them to deep dish.
The deep dish memes are hilarious.
Hey man, as a history teacher who literally just thought about Martin Luther this week, there you go.
I saw a picture of him holding a communion. I saw an AI picture of him holding a communion host, but it was a deep dish pizza.
Hey, and real history nerds of history in general, but also the Catholic Church know the first Reformation was actually the Great Schism.
It was.
So the second Reformation is the one that people know about, the Protestant Reformation, and now we're gonna have the deep dish Reformation.
Yeah, no, that would be so funny. Younger Pope though, 63, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, he looks relatively young.
He looks in good shape. Francis and Benedict were in their 70s when they were elected.
No, he looks like he's got plenty of years in him. It's funny thing. Yeah. I mean, Francis, I feel like he's been such like a all-encompassing fixture of the social media era. So like it's kind of hard. Like I feel like is when social media really started to take over. So this is like obviously 2013 wasn't super long ago, or 2012, 2013, whatever it was. Wasn't super long ago, but it's also like ever since at least I've been on social media, like this is the first papal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's like the memes this time around have been fantastic.
And it's the perfect thing too because he's from Chicago.
Yeah, right.
They're like interviewing his brothers. Like I don't know why people are saying he's a Cubs fan. The Cubs Twitter tweeted out he was a Cubs fan. Oh, play that music.
Oh yeah, hold on, wait. Can you hear the music?
Yep.
The Bulls intro.
Yeah. He was around prime Bulls era, MJ Bulls era. He was at the White Sox. There's like on his Twitter, he like retweeted when Villanova won the national championship in basketball.
Well, it's funny too because after that, and then the Knicks are up 2-0 on the Celtics right now, and Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and who else? There's one. Oh, Mikal Bridges, all Nova guys from that national championship team. So people are saying that means he's blessed the Knicks.
Well, people are like,
all your money on the Knicks now.
Well, I was like joking, like, oh, he's going to canonize Mike Ditka. He performed a miracle winning the Super Bowl with the Bears. Pope is what. The
Pope
is what Caleb Williams tweeted.
That's funny.
I saw something funny. It was like, oh gosh, Villanova games when they hit like some crazy shot. It's like, oh, the Pope Leo helped him on that one.
Hey, Chicago, he's a Cubs fan. Baseball images that precede that's great.
The memes have been like I've seen Malort memes. That's funny as well. Just the memes of having an American president, but I think he's the first American President Pope because he spent most of his time in Peru. The Italian press said Cardinals called him the least American Cardinal.
The Pope being from Chicago but going to Villanova for undergrad is an enormous L for Notre Dame. That's pretty great. Literally, too, because Notre Dame's a Catholic school.
It is the American Catholic school. Villanova has a Pope before Notre Dame.
Big L for the Fighting Irish there. No wonder the Celtics are sucking right now.
Oh, yeah. But, like, yeah, it's just it's really hard to really state how shocking that an American is the Pope. It is quite hard to. Yeah, this is hilarious.
I see a lot
French.
in here, but I don't see Irish.
Oh yeah, dude. They went Chicago before Boston, so it's the Italian Catholics and not the Irish Catholics. They're never giving it to an Irish person, man.
No, and that's why. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's a rough week. It's a rough time. I mean, because he chose Nova over Notre Dame, and then he blessed the Knicks, who are now proceeding to kick the Celtics' ass. And yeah, he doesn't have a drop of Irish in him apparently.
Oh, you gotta
imagine an American Catholic without not a drop of Irish.
Oh, I mean, plenty of Italian. I mean, it's either Italian or Irish.
Right, exactly.
You got to show that tweet you sent me though, of Kuiper.
Oh,
I don't have it. I don't have it in mind.
Oh man, okay, I gotta pull it up then. Hold on. The problem is
schools with a national championship and a Pope. Only one.
That's pretty great. That's a great graphic Villanova can put out there. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. All right, here we go.
That one made me laugh so much when I saw that one you said. That was so good.
There we go. I don't understand why the Cardinals picked Provost, but Ster Sanders, who I have as best available, was on.
Well, I saw another one. It was like rounds it took for Pope Leo to be selected 4, Shadur 5. 4 rounds of voting is really quick too. It is really quick.
Hey, he was popular.
Which is surprising because he wasn't high on the list of Papable.
Right.
Well, everyone was looking at Paroline. They were looking at Togle. Those were the big front runners. Dude, Filipinos feeling rough right now. They thought they had it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people.
Oh yeah, you see that? See, last 2 times a new Pope was elected, Seahawks made it to the Super Bowl.
Dang.
He's Pope Leo for a reason. He's Pope Leo for a reason.
Pope Leo for a reason. That's good.
Pope Leonard Williams.
Got to be a Notre Dame fan, right? L. Maybe for football. I don't know. Not college. Notre Dame football Swiss guard alternate. Excellent omen for game 3. Yep.
Oh, speaking of omens, you know what was really interesting? Oh yeah, America got a Pope before Oregon won a Natty.
Hey, Chicago got a Pope before they got a 4,000-yard passer.
Oh, I saw that one too. That was a good one. Can you scroll back up a little bit?
Oh yeah, sorry.
One more. Whatever. I forget it. You can go back down. Oh gosh, there's something else funny I wanted to say too. You can go back down.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. A little bit higher. Above the JB, above my big boy. One more. What was I thinking about? Oh man. Oh yeah. Omens.
Oh yeah.
When they looked at the chimney before the white smoke came out, you saw a white bird regurgitate something for its baby bird. I mean, come on. That's a pretty good omen for pastoral in the mold of Francis. It was right next to the chimney. Come on, man. A white bird, Holy Spirit. No.
Okay, that's true. That's fair. Okay.
It was a seagull, though, so not really a dove.
It was a seagull. It's a little different. A little different than a dove.
But yeah, all right. Pope talk. I got my. That's where my Catholic upbringing and historical love for history kind of intersect. Is the Pope. All right, the big news.
The big news on. Did I spell his name right?
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Oh no, I didn't spell it right. Never mind. Oh, I gotta update the. Oh, never mind. I'm good. I'm good. All right.
We got big, just out of freaking nowhere. Because I thought he said in articles like a couple months ago he was planning on committing in September after taking his visits. We got him in freaking May.
The AI Husky doesn't look great.
No, it's not good. It's not good. But this guy is going to play as a freshman, and he's going to be a freshman All-American. He's got to work on pad level a little bit, but he's a high school freak athlete, so they don't really need to care about pad level at that level. So that's why his pad level is not great. He did like some of my tweets in the comments, though. I thought pretty cool. I do have a connection here, but I don't think it's best for him to come on the pod, sadly. But having him and Cody Green in the same class, big deal.
That's big. That's huge, especially flipping Cody Green from Oregon. Is Cody Green from Washington originally?
Yeah, he went to Eastside Catholic.
I was seeing he was retweeting and liking and responding to all the Washington local stuff. And I'm
he transferred to Modern Day last year.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. I was so confused for a bit. I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, no, he played for Eastside for a couple of years.
Well, there you go then. He's
I believe he's from Renton. I'm not entirely sure on that, but this is just one of the best recruiting classes ever for UW so far, and we got a lot of good players coming up. He's not a 5-star.
I know he's a 4-star, but
he's a 5-star talent in my opinion. I think his senior tape could make him a 5-star. He is 6'5", 275 pounds with no bad weight as a high school junior. A wrestler. Dan Lanning wanted him bad, and he canceled his visits. He's in
he canceled his visits. Oh, he's always locked in, which makes sense with his brother being here.
His brother's here, and it wasn't, that wasn't always going to make it 100%. He did want to play with other elite talent, but we gave him a good package. We got some elite talent playing amongst on the other side of the ball. It's a good time to be a Husky right now. I was dreading the day when he committed to Oregon, and we got him to lock it down, man. I'm just so happy. He's the player I've wanted the most out of any player ever for UW. I do have a family connection there, so that is me being a little biased. But however, it's mostly just tape watch. He has a Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa level body right now. He's going to be a very good player. And his brother, give him 2 years to develop, and he'll be a good center. He'll be a very good center. He's going to have a Corey Luciano kind of role path, wait his turn a little bit. But yeah, I can't believe I ever doubted Jed Fish.
Hey man, dude's always been a good recruiter. He can recruit guys to Tucson. I love that.
Yes, sir. You were right about that, my friend.
I was always right about that. He was always the right choice. It was just a matter of if they decided to go in that direction. That was
Oh yeah. But no, we did it, man. It's May, and we got 2 best players in Washington in quite some time.
Yep.
To stay home.
It's a long ways from 21 and 22, where there was a bunch of studs coming out of Washington. None of them, except for Heward, who obviously ended up being a bust. All of them ended up leaving.
I think Cody Green has a higher ceiling, lower floor than Connerly. I think it's the same for Coleman-Brusa with JTT. I think Coleman-Brusa can be better than JTT, more athletic. However, JTT was very refined coming out of high school. Derek's a little raw in terms of pass rush plan and pad level, but those are things that are definitely coachable. And kind of the reason he does that is he doesn't really have to care. So I'm going to watch Kennedy Catholic this year in person. I really want to see him in person.
You know who kicked JTT's ass in high school?
Who?
Jack Bellin.
Hell yeah.
Who is going to be in the draft next year? Hopefully. Probably.
He should be. Yeah, he was eligible this year, I believe.
I love Jack Bellin, yeah.
Pretty sure he was.
Damian Martinez and Jack Belling. Those are my guys in the class of 22. That means
And
Belling's
you were,
Seahawk.
and you were right,
I found a
dude.
team.
Imagine last year's team if we have those two. Holy shit!
Oh man, that would be nice. That would be nice.
Shall we talk some spring game? Part of the day after Derek, days before. Actually, Derek committed at the spring game. Is what I was told. I was told the night of the spring game, third hand, that Derek committed. But I had to keep. I was sworn to secrecy on that one.
Sworn to secrecy. Oh, you're
I can even
inside
tell you.
cooking then.
Yeah, no, it was a friend, someone I know on the Discord told me a player told him, or a recruit told him, who was at the spring game. And, like, you know, other local guys were there too. Like, Davis Schwarzel was signing people's shirts at the spring game, and he's uncommitted. Oh, Dave Lundman. Like, I mean, that's telling you something, buddy.
Yeah, right. He committed the day after the spring. Yeah, he committed
2 days after.
Oh, he committed on Sunday. It's May the 4th, yeah.
And I hope he gets some hype video like Landon Hatchett got. His OV's coming up in a couple weeks.
Yep.
So I hope he gets a cool video there. I remember Landon Hatchett got an awesome video. It's like starting next to his brother, Landon.
And then Garen transferred a year later.
Hey, he's back now.
But he transferred back. He's back. And not before you had beef with his mom, but that's okay.
I deleted it. That's one of the very few times I've deleted the post. And I was freaking right. I was right, too.
I have no idea.
Hey, if I didn't delete that post, Garion wouldn't have came back, so.
But
3D chess.
You know what? I love the Hatchets, man.
I do, too. They're awesome.
Actually, you know who, of all the recruits, all the players that I was part of recruiting while I was at Washington, you know whose family I like the most?
The Hatchets or the Ottens?
No, I do love the Ottens, man. That's actually a good call. I forgot about the Ottens. But I was going to say the Rosengardens.
Oh, Rosengardens.
Yeah, the Rosengardens were fantastic. The mom, oh man, I can't remember her name right now. I'm very sorry, Mrs. Rosengarten, but lovely, lovely woman. Very, very kind, very kind. I was bottom of the totem pole, but she remembered my name.
Wow.
Like,
you're good. You're a real one
right there. That's a good person. So even though he's a Raven now, always have a soft spot for Raj, just for that.
Me too. The Coleman-Brusa moms, they're just like that. They're awesome. Shall we talk about the spring game?
Let's do it. I think you probably watched it a little. Well, you were there, obviously.
I was there, yeah. It was a good time.
Hey, tell me about the experience, because it looks like it was a pretty fun time.
It was really fun, man. I've only been to one of their spring game, and this one was way more fun. Engaged crowd, fun things going on. Having soccer players kick for actual points was very fun, especially since it was the only points on the board for most of the first half. Corgi race is very fun.
I'm surprised they didn't make a Husky race. It was right there.
Yeah, that's a pretty hard thing to get Huskies to do.
That's fair. Huskies are wild, man. I get it.
Unless they're in a sleigh.
Yeah, right.
No, just the vibe was great, man. It was so much fun. The players were having a blast too. Big crowd, band was there. MPJ, Donald Butler. MPJ got a big standing ovation. Like, I mean, you saw that. Did you see the picture of Evan Feather took of MPJ talking to Coleman-Brusa?
Yeah. Oh man, MPJ talking to guys got to be such a good recruiting pitch.
Look up Evan Feather on Twitter. It's such a cool picture too. I think it captions it like the closer.
Oh yeah. Evan Feather, here we go.
Yep.
The closer. What's this one? Oregon least delusional. They called themselves a blue blood with 0 net. Yeah, what the heck? Who put Oregon in least delusional?
Knock off Big Game Boomer.
Yeah, that's true. U of A being up there is good though. Shout out grad school. Anyways, forgot what was I doing here? That's right. I was looking for the Coleman-Brusa stuff.
There it is. Look how big Coleman-Brusa is.
I love how Mike just walks around with a do-rag at all times, I feel like.
He does. No, he literally said on an interview the other day, he was like, well, people kept asking me what's under there. So it's like, since you asked so much, I'm not going to show you.
He just always has a do-rag on.
He's got his waves, man. There we go.
They gotta be good. They gotta be good, man. If that often, because I feel like I've only seen him. I don't know if I've ever actually seen him without a do-rag on. Actually, like I've seen him pictures of him without it on, but like live, like on the sideline or during interviews or during like events like this.
His draft.
During the draft. Okay, during the draft. You're right. During the draft, he did.
That's the only time I could think of it. Because he wore it at the combine too, I think.
He did wear it at the combine.
At least a skull cap.
No, he definitely. It was.
Dude, the purple do-rag's one of the coolest things in Husky history. It's so fucking cool. But yeah, no, that's just a cool picture, man, of MPJ talking TCP. Speaking of which, I'm getting the jersey signed by TCP. I handed it off to the connection. She said she'll get it signed for me.
There you go. Hold on to that one. It could be valuable in a few years.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the first DCP signed Husky jersey. Just so cool that Penix came all the way up from Atlanta. Didn't have to do it. He just loves the Huskies.
Yep. Yeah, he had to be. I think the Falcons he had to be back in Atlanta like the next day. I think.
Jeez, good on. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. Thank you for doing that, Mike.
Yeah. I know we're going far back now, past, but this one made me laugh when this happened. The Miami beat reporter not knowing who Jonas Savanae is. It's like, come on, guys. How? Your job is to know the players in the draft, especially with how bad Miami's offensive line is. Yeah. They should have known like the best 30 guards in the draft.
You see the Colts. You see the Colts GMs laughing at the Dolphins for taking Grant.
Well, they weren't going to pick Warren, so that makes sense.
No, they weren't, but still.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Well, he was probably just laughing that that Warren fell to him, honestly. But
yeah, probably.
That's what the Vikings did when Jefferson fell to him. So, is it going to be a repeat? Although they play different positions. The funny thing about that one was that they took Rager over Jefferson.
Yeah, that one's hilarious. That one's so funny. Spring game. Other thoughts other than the vibes? Defense looks great, man. D-line is so freaking deep. In this situation, I'm not dooming about the O-line, and here's why. In this kind of situation, one, it's a very bare bones playbook. I mean, I can see it, right? You're not running that much stuff. Two, it's a lot easier to play with a mismatched unit on defense than offense. When you're playing guys who don't usually play next to each other on the offense line, that's not good. But defensive line, a lot easier. Defensive line looks really deep. Young DBs were just freaking balling out. Rashawn Clark's going to be so good this year, man. Pick, punch out, and brutal hit. He's going to be such a good player. Jonah looks way thinner, way faster. Did a backflip. Shout out to Jonah and Jordan Washington for running a guy down on an interception. That was cool. Boys in the Boat celebration, that was really fun. That was a neat one. Just everyone was having fun. Freshmen were playing well. Raiden Vines Bright went crazy. It was just a lot of optimism. Bigger, faster, stronger, for sure. For sure. Mon had this really cool, almost like moonwalk juke move. Probably would have gotten him killed in game, but it's still cool. But yeah, that was a good time. Jed knows how to put on a spring game. That is for sure. It was just so much fun. 20,000 people were there on a Friday night. And the weather was nice. It's like pretty good.
Can't argue with that. I was gonna say it looks beautiful online or on the stream. It looked good.
It got a little cold The clouds came in the second half, and I was wearing shorts, so I really screwed up on that. That was my own fault. I should have known better. But it was beautiful. It was just gorgeous. Here's a question for you. Does MPJ belong on the Mount Rushmore of Husky football?
I'd say so.
I think so. I think so. I'd probably say Penix, Entman, Walker. Walker's tough. I'm thinking the eras, right?
Walker's so I'd say Walker's on the verge. Honestly, Browning. I put Browning over Walker.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Obviously, I'm biased.
All right, here it is. Warren Moon, Steve Entman, Michael Penix, Jake Browning. Different representative from each era.
Yes, that's why I was like, I feel like if I'm looking at people who delivered success, like Walker was the. I mean, he got.
Walker was really important for the program, though.
He was. Don't get me wrong, but like team success, Browning hasn't been.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And people hate on Browning because of the way it ended, forgetting how good he was when he was his best.
Hey, man, and it was never Browning's fault because he was good in Cincinnati last year.
Well, his shoulder was fucked up. That's why I went back.
I mean, his shoulder's just completely. I mean, he never had a strong arm. But hey, he won games in the NFL last year, so.
Oh, yeah. All right. Shall we get to the big trade news?
Ooh, the big one. George Pickens. And you know what's funny? And I say as a... and you know, actually, okay, here we go. Here's the funny thing about being a middle school teacher in this day and age. And I have lots of kids that are big football fans. And I love that because it's something I can talk with them about.
We love ball knowers. You're teaching them right.
That's right. But anyways, the thing that made me laugh the most about this game, George Pickens absolutely destroyed Cincinnati in this game. But anyways, that's besides the point. The thing that made me laugh on Tuesday morning the most was they were asking me, hey, Miss Gleason, what's your opinion on the George Pickens trade? And I was like, it really doesn't move the needle for me, honestly, because he didn't scare me as a Steeler. He's talented, but he didn't scare me as a Steeler. He's on the Cowboys now, so I don't really have to worry about that anymore.
NFL teams laughed at the idea of trading.
The most unfortunate thing about this trade, objectively speaking, and I told my 6th grade students this, and what made me laugh the most was that they got the reference. Was that we'd never see the Almost Sunny scene with him and DK Metcalf. And they got it, and I was like, you know what? That's why I like you guys.
That rocks. Yeah, it doesn't move the needle for me. I saw people saying Cowboys have the best receiver duo in the NFL.
Not even have the best receiver duo in the NFC East.
No.
At least got better.
No, I know. I was like, what?
With McLaurin and Debo's tights.
Malik Neighbors is better than both of them too.
Oh no, he's not better than CD yet.
Okay, yeah, not yet.
He is better than Pickens, so he's definitely better than Pickens.
It's like, man, these are just Cowboys glasses, man.
Oh, of course. Anytime something good.
Something, no, not good. Just something happens for the Cowboys.
Right. Yeah. Of course, it's George Pickens who generated headlines in Pittsburgh. Of course, then there's the I think Schefter retweeted it, actually, that was like George Pickens is part of a long line of Pittsburgh wide receivers that are going to try to do the impossible, find success outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And it was like
that's why
honestly, Antonio Brown, the most notable one, but it was like Mike Wallace, Santonio Holmes, Juju Smith-Schuster, what's his name? Mapletron. How am I forgetting his name?
Chase Claypool.
That's right. Thank you.
The one exception is Emmanuel Sanders.
And that's why I saw people bring it up. He was like Emmanuel Sanders with like a word. Like that's the one.
You know, the thing that was the most baffling to me for why the Steelers took DK is like throughout almost all of Steeler history, that's the one position you guys have absolutely no problem drafting and developing.
Right. They didn't draft a receiver this year, did they?
Honestly, I feel like it's not. I think I just discovered something, Bo. I think I just discovered something.
Yeah.
You know how we've said there's like a gas leak or some sort of fungus in the Steelers receiver room?
Yeah.
Here's what it is. Rooney the Elder found a monkey's paw and wished to have like really talented receivers, right? But then their careers would flame out. There's a monkey's paw in the Steelers receiver room. That's what it is.
That makes sense.
We finally put it together. That's what they asked to be a monkey's paw.
Yeah, they will be always extremely talented and then turn into head cases.
I did see like people were like retweeting the DK the grass is greener thing. It's like now it's just you and Aaron Rodgers, maybe.
Maybe. Could be Kirk Cousins. It could be Mason Rudolph.
What about Skylar Thompson?
Or Skylar Thompson, right?
I remember
Will Howard. Hey, Will Howard.
Who? I remember when Derek Hall just freaking killed Skylar Thompson last year. It's like if Derek Hall does that to you, jeez. By the way, did you see that? Picture of Pickett and Flacco's hands in the Browns thing?
And yes, that picture looks bad. I do want to point out the picture of Flacco was way more zoomed in. I saw that. Hey, and I'm all good for a good Kenny Pickett roast. Don't get me wrong. You saw me on draft night, so you know how much I laugh at anything Kenny Pickett. At the same time, that picture was way more zoomed in for Flacco, so it's not really fair. But it did make me laugh.
Speaking of Pickett, though, I saw someone post like the Steelers 21 draft class. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking of seeing players out there, though, any word from the Bengals rookie minicamp and just practices?
They haven't had it yet.
It's really?
No, Saturday. Wait, no, it's tomorrow. It's May 9th, so it's tomorrow.
Seahawks had their rookie minicamp last weekend. They had it quick.
Ooh.
And big standouts.
Austin turned into a decent player.
Okay.
Fullback.
So we had our mini camp, and the big standouts were Sable and Arroyo for sure. Arroyo had some like insane catch. Sable just looks the part. Evan Wari, supposedly McDonald was beaming when he was around coaching him. Jalen Milroe looked better than the Senior Bowl in the Combine. Been doing a lot of work. He says he's been doing the VR stuff and working with Jordan Palmer a lot.
Yeah.
Really impressed at his interviews. That's what people really caught notice of. The really experienced beat writers and former NFLers in the area just found him very impressive. I did not know this until after the draft, but Milroe comes from a military family. I did not know that, and you can definitely see it. Posey had a good command of things. Yelled at Robbie Oots for false starting.
Hey man, they're both they know each other. Both Bama guys.
Yep. Cool seeing Robbie Oots out there. Some of the jersey number selections, though, are absolutely awful. Emin Wari wearing number 3, don't like that. Milroe with 6, it's like, I can't get Sam Howell out of my head. Michael Dixon, give up your freaking number. What else don't I like? Elijah Arroyo with 18. Oots got 40. I'm okay with that. I wanted 44. I will accept 40.
I don't think 44 was available.
I don't know who has it. Our boy Jackson Woodard got cut. Damn it!
He already got picked up by Houston. Too,
I know he's
bringing him back to the practice squad.
Oh man, that one hurt. I thought he could make the team too. Yeah, those were the big standouts from our rookie.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. 44 is taken by Jamie Sheriff.
He's not making the team. Robbie Oots, get your number. I will get a Robbie Oots Rivals jersey.
surprised he didn't take 45 since it was available. Most guys, when they can stick with their college number, just stick with their college number.
Well, maybe he always wanted 40 and couldn't get 40.
Well, maybe.
But yeah, Melrose was very impressive. It'd be good to just let him sit. It's just gonna be fun. He's gonna be a fun player. A lot of work though. But Arroyo, Zabel, and those were the biggest standouts, I'd say. And then Imanwari and Noro, and who am I missing here? I forget, but good camp. Good camp. You could definitely see the team taking on the identity of McDonald a lot more this year, is what people are saying.
Oh, wait, I do have a takeaway from Bengals minicamp, though. Like I said, they have not had the rookie minicamp yet. That's tomorrow. But there was a very, very vocal freak out on Tuesday when Joe Burrow was not in attendance for the start of on-field drills because he was at the Met Gala.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you say it. He was at the Met Gala on Monday night. And people were not happy. They were like, he's getting a big head. A lot of Bengals fans were very upset.
Oh, you know who got weird when he started going to the Met Gala?
Who's that?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
The Met Gala seems like the most freaking boring place in the world.
Yeah, well, it's just a big fashion thing. But I mean, if there's ever an NFL player that's going to be involved in a fashion thing, it's Burrow. So
yep.
But people were actually roasting his fit. Actually, they were saying he did not look good.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, it's funny, and I'm obviously not on a lot of a fashion Twitter or fashion subreddits or whatnot. But
you don't follow
I am on a lot of Joe Burrow stuff, of course. And people were like, I have no idea who this guy is, but his fit is terrible.
Did the menswear guy comment on it?
Take his name out of your mouth.
Did the Derek guy, did he comment on Burrow's outfit?
Derek guy, I have no idea who Derek guy is.
He's that menswear guy who roasts people, just like
I see.
Prominent people. Derek guy, I think.
Like Derek or
look up DEI workwear, I think it is.
DEI what?
Workwear, something like that.
Workwear.
No, I don't know.
No.
Derek Guy, DEREKGUY. I feel like that's what.
Oh yeah,
there it is. This guy.
Oh, DIE workwear. Okay.
I wonder if he talked about Burrow.
Let's find out.
He's probably having a good week with the Met Gala.
Oh yeah, I bet he made a lot of May 7th. Nope, nothing on Burrow. Nothing on Burrow by the looks of it.
Which
don't get me wrong,
guy.
Burrow's fit was not his. Honestly, he's done better.
Yeah,
he's done better for getting off an airplane. Actually,
okay.
So it was a little weak. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if this was at the Met Gala, but I remember when Russell Wilson went as Prince to somewhere. And I think it was the Met Gala. They got roasted for it.
There you go. See, it's not super fitted. It's kind of loose fitting.
I feel like that's what's in right now, and I don't like it. Yeah. I don't like baggy stuff. I like a tight suit.
Oh yeah, and people were freaking out because he apparently was he got out of the same cruiser as a couple supermodels. Oh, I know. I guess one's supermodel, one's influencer.
Yeah, I kind of gotta agree with these people here. He looks like a kid going to his first communion.
It's not. Yeah, no, it's
in
not
an oversized suit. Going to first communion. That's just a funny picture.
Oh yeah, and he's got the headbands back apparently.
Okay, that's good. That's a much better look than his his Met Gala look right there.
Get him in a jersey and a headband and his Air Jordan cleats, and we're chilling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where's Jake though? Him and Jake are supposed to be best friends. Why is he walking out with Logan? That's bullshit. The JB's got to stick together.
All right, shall we do something you teased a little bit earlier? For a 2020, since this is kind of a grab bag episode or a little fun episode after the draft before we get into something serious. We're doing a mock draft, boys.
Let's go.
2026.
Oh, we're gonna be BSing this a little bit, actually.
Oh,
but
this
that's
will be fun. This will be fun. It'll be turbo, but it'll just be fun.
It's gonna be ultra turbo because it's gonna be just like, fuck it.
AFC, NFC.
Oh wait, hold on. Yes, let's do it. Who's the first pick in this mock draft?
It'll just randomize, I think.
It'll probably go by whatever it's called. Oh, look, you can't even do 7 rounds. They probably don't even know. Oh, they've got the Giants picking one.
Not a surprise. Wait.
All right, should we do trade?
Something?
What?
I had to put it on for you.
Oh, that's right.
Easy to forget. Okay, here we go. I think this is an easy one for me, man. It's going to be Caleb Downs. First safety ever taken first overall. He's so good.
I like how QB is the only, they're only identifying teams that are going to need a quarterback.
They know.
Cleveland. Cleveland is in the unenviable position of, it's so funny seeing a bunch of players that I was, recruiting. Anyways, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland in the unenviable position of having the most high-profile quarterback in the on the planet right now.
Get another one.
Yeah, jeez. Just keep adding high-profile quarterbacks until one hits.
A Sanders.
Honestly,
and a Madden.
I can see. I actually am going to
do it. Yeah. All right. You got a young quarterback. Let's go with what's his name from Arizona State?
Tyson?
Yeah. I feel like he's in the running for top receiver.
Yeah, he's going to be up there. Jets.
Oh, wait. Those are the Titans. Oh, my bad.
Oh, what are we doing?
We can alternate, too. I don't care.
That's all right. I agree with the pick.
Okay.
I'll just say that. Jets here. We're going to need a quarterback. We go Nussmeier.
I agree with that. Saints. We're going to go BPA here, probably.
All
right. Yeah, why not TJ Parker? He's a good player.
Yep.
Panthers. Just because I'm Black Panther doesn't mean I can go up a ladder. You got your receiver. Let's double up with let's go Caden Proctor.
Keep building the O-line. Can't go wrong with that. Raiders. They create the most lethal running back duo of all time. Ashton Jeanty, Jeremiah Love. No, I'm just playing. No, I think they'll do what they failed to do with Tyree Wilson and get an edge rusher to truly complement Max Crosby, Pete Woods.
That's a good one.
The Colts might need a quarterback at this point. And I am picking for them. Shoot, I might go quarterback. Klubnik's on the board here. Aller's on the board. They still got Nico with the Tennessee logo. You know what? I could just do Lenora Sellers and just try Anthony Richardson again. I'm gonna go with Aller though.
Oh damn it! I was gonna take him with the Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Because Jerry would freaking cream.
Jerry would love Drew Aller, man.
Did they take a running back this year?
They took Jaden. Oh, let me check. Hold on. I think they took 2 actually. They took Jaden Blue and Phil Maffa from Clemson.
We're going Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, nothing that's stopping the draft. So we got our QB. Now we need to start building up our offensive line a little bit here. Spencer Fano from Utah is a guy I've liked for a really long time. I think it makes a lot of sense here.
Or we got Cooked versus Utah as a freshman now. He was the one to like the safety. What am I thinking here? I don't want to go Kate Klubnik, and especially now we got QB of the future, Jalen Milrose.
Plus, you got to draft TJ Lagway in Washington.
Oh, yeah. Show me the edge defenders. I think that's a spot I'd like to address. And defensive tackles as well.
Yeah, Shaw Dillon.
I'm going to try and really call my shot. So you're going to have to scroll down a little bit, I bet. But, oh, wait, no, he's a freshman. Damn it, he won't be available. Never mind.
Who are you thinking of?
Of the South Carolina guy.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to be available till 27, yeah.
Damn it. Okay, scroll back up.
You could keep a Mateo.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. I am not taking another Auburn edge rusher.
Derek Hall worked out.
No, he hasn't. For a second round pick. Maybe I'm just a hater. I don't love any of these guys. Never mind. Go. Give me a little scroll.
Yeah, after the Clemson guys, the edge class kind of falls off.
It would have been Thieneman if we didn't take Malik Muhammad. There we go.
Patriots. Let's see. They still need a lot of help on the offensive line, even with Campbell. They're going to need another bookend on the other side there. Let's see. Mogia makes sense, but let's see. Does anyone I like better? Not really. Yeah, I'll just do best player available.
I think the Rams are actually going to like this player a lot. He's a quarterback. I want you to guess which one.
Carson Beck?
No. Sam Leavitt.
Levitt? Oh, yeah. I thought I was going a little. I mean, I would take Levitt over Beck too. I was trying to go a little off the map there, off the beaten path with the guy that's pretty low stock right now. The Steelers draft Cade Klubnik. That's a question. I don't think he's big enough to be a Steelers quarterback, which sounds like a stereotype, but 6'2", 210 is not surviving the AFC North. Like, people don't think of Burrow as like a big quarterback, but he's 6'4", 220. And he can barely survive the AFC North. Lamar couldn't, but he just runs away from it, so he's fine. You know what? The Steelers never freaking draft quarterbacks when they're supposed to. I think they're gonna go edge. Give me Overton to Pittsburgh here. I think they're gonna finally get the TJ plan for life after TJ Watt. And the Dolphins. Did the Dolphins address their secondary? I know they got Jason Marshall on day 3. Yeah, they didn't do a lot to their secondary. I'll just go McCoy. Oh, they got AJ Terrell's brother here. I like that. Give me AJ Terrell's brother. That's all I know about Avion Terrell, but that's a good omen. All right, you're up with Chicago. You're up with the Pope.
The Popes. Give me a little scroll.
That's funny because we have no idea what their needs could be right now, so we're really just throwing
Let's go Thieneman.
What's up?
Let's go Thieneman. He's a good player. Hey, he's a duck. Cardinals
pick is in.
They're going to take another DB. Give me McCoy. They're just going to keep taking DBs, man. And they're still going to stink.
You know what? They're going to keep taking DBs, and it's going to work because they're going to have Will Johnson, Denzel Burke, and Jamal McCoy all in year 1, 2, or 3. Or, sorry, year 1 or 2. Not even year 1, 2, or 3. Just year 1 or 2.
I just don't. At this point, I do not trust. I don't even know his friggin' name. I just don't think he's a very good coach at this point.
Oh, Gannon?
Yeah. I think he's a good coordinator, bad coach. He's just a weirdo. This is where it's getting hard, man.
Right.
Give me a scroll.
We still haven't drafted Klubnik anywhere.
Hard to find a spot for him. Oh, not a fit. They don't need him though. Michael Taffy. There we go.
I was gonna say Michael Taffy's there, man.
That's your new Harrison Smith.
I was gonna say if Brian Flores is still there, he would have a lot of fun with Michael Taffy.
He would. I don't think he's gonna get a chance, man. He feels pretty blackballed at this point. After last year, he how many interviews did he get? Right.
It might be over for him. Which is a shame because really good football coach, but amazing DC. Funny? So Minnesota's definitely not going to complain.
There's a very funny pick at the spot.
Very funny pick at the spot.
We passed over him on the last scroll.
Let's see. Is it obvious? Denzel Boston. Oh man, maybe. Honestly, they really didn't. I mean, they drafted running back and receiver, but they didn't. I mean, R.J. Harvey and Pat Bryant. Man, I might go. Wait, is Eric Singleton? I was gonna say, is Denzel Boston like wide receiver 2 on PFF's board right now? But no, he's wide receiver 3. Oh, Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate's a good player. I'm surprised he's all the way down there. Nick Harbor. Remember Nick Harbor?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of want to draft Nick Harbor just because we're fucking around. Let's do it. Let's do Denzel. Denzel, you are a Denver Bronco to play with Bo Nix. Texans. They drafted the best available offensive lineman. That's Chick Slaughter. All right, you're up with the pack.
Ruben Bain. It's not that good.
It's a good D-line name, Bain.
That is. You simply adopted the dark. Oh, I'm up again. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go Eric Singleton. Who did you take with the Broncos, by the way? I just blanked.
I took Boston.
Hell yeah.
Like, we're fucking around. Let's have fun with it. Who would Harbaugh draft here? Let's see. He's drafted a tackle and a running back with the first pick. And who would he like? Who would he like here? You know what? He probably wants to start building up that edge rush a little bit again. Give me Keldrick Falk here.
All right, the commies. Best weapon available. You got your star quarterback. Just give him everything you could ever want, right?
Kevin Concepcion.
Yeah.
It's not a great receiver class.
No, it's a good quarterback class. What about Carnell Tate? Let's go Carnell Tate.
Oh, yeah, I guess Carnell Tate's down here. You're right. All righty, the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see. So we drafted 2 linebackers. So I would.
Is Tyreek Sapp related to Warren?
I don't know. Let's see. Is there a? No, it doesn't say anything about him here. 6'2", 272 tells me he's too small to be related.
Yeah.
You never know. We could go O-line. Armaj Reed Adams is there. Chandler Rivers is a fun player. I don't know. The secondary would be cool. I'm going to go Rivers here.
Duke's defense was fun to watch last year, man. Manny Diaz knows.
Chandler Rivers is a dog, actually. That's one of the few guys on this list I know is a dog.
So Deontay Lawson
here. I like that.
You know, Bama defense had a lot of talent, but they stunk.
Right.
What a surprise. The Lions. I'm going to go edge defender. Let's go Penn State edge defender. Can't go wrong. Dennis Sutton.
Dennis Sutton's a good player too. He had a good game in the Fiesta Bowl. Actually,
I feel like Penn State guys always just take a leap in their last year.
Yeah.
The Niners.
As long as he's wearing number 11, he'll be fine.
I'm gonna go O line. Yeah, let's go Armos Reed Adams.
Chiefs. Cade Klubnik. They need to upgrade a quarterback.
Yeah.
No, real
gosh.
answer.
Is Dylan Raiola draft eligible?
No, he's going to be 24, I think.
Damn it.
Or 27. Yeah, class 27. Yeah, class 27. No one even talks. They always talk about all the super high-end quarterbacks and players that are going to be in the 2027 class. No one's even talking about Dylan Raiola.
He was a 5-star recruit.
I know. That's why I think it's funny.
Wasn't he in the same class as DeMond?
And Ryan Williams.
He was in the same class as DeMond, right?
Yeah, he was. And DJ Lagway.
And he was in Arizona, and DeMond's the better player.
Yep. You know what? David Bailey's a really, really good player. He's at Texas Tech now.
Yeah.
So hey, you know what? Last time Kansas City drafted a Texas Tech guy in the first round, it worked out pretty well. So you are up with Philly. What do you give the team that has everything?
I know, right? This is so ridiculous, man. Ooh, I see it one I like. I go Mekhi Lemon.
Mekhi Lemon, gosh, man. Yeah, that's the one thing they need, a good wide receiver 3. Which sounds like a joke, but it's not really a joke. That might be their biggest need in their starting lineup right now is wide receiver 3, because it's like Jahan Dotson. Which even as far as wide receiver 3s go,
not horrible.
That's all right for a wide receiver 3. All right, Baltimore. They feel like a team that could go linebacker, honestly, because Roquan kind of fell off a little bit without Queen as his running mate. Give me Anthony Hill here.
The Bills. Let's look back in a year and see how many we got right.
Let's see how many first rounders we got right. That's going to be the hard part.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be hard enough as is.
I'm certain about one, and it's Caleb Downs.
Yes, Caleb Downs will be a first rounder. I guarantee that, yes. You know what? I think Nussmeier will be too. And Proctor.
Yep.
And Woods. Honestly, both the Clemson guys.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
After that, anyone's guess.
After that, who fucking knows?
Take Jonah.
Carnell Tate should be a first rounder, but we'll
see. Take Jonah here.
Jonah, where's he at? Oh, Jonah Coleman. Oh yeah. There's your what's his name? James Cook replacement. I almost said Dalvin Cook, and I was like, wait, no, that's different. Other Cook, his brother. There we go. The first mock draft.
We did it before anybody else.
Before anybody else.
That's probably not true though.
No. There were. I saw mock drafts posted on Saturday night.
All right.
Let's send this in the chat so we can look back on this in a year. See just how beautifully we predicted everything. Even the draft order is like perfect. Although we can't take credit for the draft order. Technically, that was that was
Mr.
that. But that's okay. Well, there you go. The first mock draft of 2026. And does that conclude our grab bag episode?
It does. This was fun. It was fun to kind of decompress a little bit. And now, next episode, we'll get back to serious business.
Yeah, next episode we'll hop into grades a little bit. We'll probably do grades over a few weeks. We've also got schedule release next week. We had a fun episode for that last year. Maybe we'll do that again.
Yeah.
Something for that. We'll see. We'll see how.
Then soon enough, we'll be doing predictions.
And so, yeah, man, shoot, it's because we start that in late July, so in 2 months we're gonna be back into season predictions. Let's go. I know Daniel's here. That's sad. That's okay. We need to get him. You know, I was actually texting with him the other day. We need to get him on for another pod here soon.
I wonder how he's going to feel about the Pope being a Bears fan.
Yeah, no, that's right. He didn't respond to that yet. We need to see how he feels about that. Oh, man. Missed that guy. But
it makes sense. Leo. Oh, wait, no. Leo. Lion.
Leo's a lion, though. Oh, but that might be a good omen.
Oh.
That might be a good omen. Actually, you know what? I'm joking. I had to say that before you could get a chance to fire it off.
Oh, it's cool. I respect it. You're the one who caught me.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Fun as always. We'll be back maybe this weekend, maybe next week. We'll see. We'll see how things
what happens.
Yeah, but we got a whole off season, so we'll get these draft grades in slowly but surely. Maybe you know what? As we get further and further away from the draft, the Bengals grade is just gonna keep climbing. So
I'm excited to see Shamar out there.
You know what? I'm just excited to see him in a jersey.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm excited for. He's gonna be he might not be an all rookie team, but he's gonna be all first guy off the bus.
First guy off the bus. He's going to be a great first guy off the bus guy. That's
He's going to be an amazing first guy off the bus. But you know what? As soon as I see a picture of him in a jersey and helmet tomorrow, I'm going to send it to you. I'll be like, never mind, we're back. We're back. That's it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Like I said, fun as always. You know what? For a grab bag episode, we went over an hour 10.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
Pretty good. But any closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen?
If one of us does a way too early mock draft, all of us do. Want us to click? All of us click like. Want to subscribe? All of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Drive safe, folks.